Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got to talk about Howie Roseman allowing CJ Gardner-Johnson to walk away from the Philadelphia Eagles. Is it the right decision? We will talk about his so-called master plan. We will talk about how much we will regret this. We will go over Adam Schefter's notes about not only CJ Gardner-Johnson, but all the big name Eagle free agents. And last but not least, we talk about what Philly Mike woke up to, the goodbye video, and all y'all messages.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got a bunch to talk about, good and sad. But before we get into it, Eagle Nation, really help your boy out today. I'm feeling a little blue. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. And ding that bell. We are trying to grow notification gang. We're going to have Battlebird podcast back. Go Talk in the off season. And we're going to start a new podcast, not the Jan stuff. That's still on every Sunday. But we got something new coming. Make sure you're a part of Notification Gang. Let's get into it. So as you can see, I tweeted this early in the morning. I'm talking 6:36 in the morning. Look, I'm trying to circle it a little bit down here. That's early. And it's because I woke up to Twitter DMs, to IG DMs, text messages from content creators, friends, family, saying, bro, you just made a video saying you believe Howie's going to keep him, and now he says bye-bye. Let's get into it. Waking up and seeing all this bye-bye CJ Gardner-Johnson stuff, shaking my head. I need to know what was offered when this is all said and done, because Howie Roseman don't miss on top priority players, and it was reported multiple times by credible sources that we don't normally use the franchise tag, but we will for him. And it's only if we don't got a long-term deal in line. Let's look at what the video said. It's a sad song. You can check it out on IG or Twitter. And he said, all love Philly. If you know what the song was in the video, almost made me tear up a little bit because of the energy he's brought in the 1 year. You know, I don't really get this involved in in 1 year players. Bradbury's good, but I understand he got to go. But to be 25 years old, to be as versatile as he is and as hungry as he is, you know, playing safety, playing slot, being able to guard outside if you need him a little bit. You don't get guys who can just do all that stuff and not complain and get it done. So I'm a little sad. And then even reading the comments kind of made me feel like this is for real. 1K always open. AJ Brown, take care of your family, bruh. You deserve it. Big Play Slay said dog with 3 exclamation points. N'Kobe Dean, hearts and the prayers. Josiah Scott, Andre Chachere, Gilly the King. You know what I mean? Just guys that talk to him every day. So it looks legit. Now, again, I haven't heard many rumors about he's connected to this team, that team, this team, that team. But he's possibly going to get 18, 19, 20, 16, 17, 18. I don't know where the number kind of fractions what the Eagles want to do. But we know we want to get cheap on defense going forward. We just saw the Kansas City Chiefs win a Super Bowl like that. And we know we're going to have to pay Jalen Hurts big bucks. Let's get into not just this picture of Howie hugging him, but again, my overall thought. I got to think that Howie Roseman is not just letting him walk. I got to believe it. It has to be that CJ Gardner-Johnson is trying to get paid, and rightfully so. He deserves it. We just can't make the numbers right. That's what I believe it got to be, because I understand Howie Roseman's plan is to get so many compensatory picks in 2024 that between 2023 and 2024 draft, we got so many guys that we can use on the field as depth to play key roles on the defense while we throw in a couple veterans on defense, and get through the large portion of one Jalen Hurts' contract. Again, we do have some dead cap that plays a part, right? I just saw that Brandon Brooks, yes, right guard for the Eagles, who's been gone for a minute, is still on the books for like $9 million dead cap. Howie's trying to clean that up. Kicking the can down the road helps when you're trying to get things done, but it will eventually catch up to you. And I think this last 2 years, or next 2 years, we're trying to get rid of that dead cap and then move on with a loaded roster on the offensive side and hopefully some young studs on the defensive side. The draft, you can get defensive players. Let's look what Adam Schefter said, according to Thomas R. Peterson. And I did go over there and listen to 97.5 The Fanatic, and he pretty much said it. It wasn't guaranteed because he's just chopping it up with his fellow Philly people. But he said Eagles are likely to lose Hargrave, CJ, and Bradbury, according to Schefter. Previously, Adam Kaplan made it very clear that the Eagles' highest priority was CJGJ. And if they couldn't get a deal done, they would tag him, like we talked about earlier in this. Well, it didn't happen that way. We didn't tag him yesterday, and it looks like he's saying goodbye. Now, could that be CJ saying he's willing to leave? Howie Roseman, let's get that negotiating up a little bit. I don't know if Howie Roseman came out and said, CJ, this is the final offer. Take it or leave it. And CJ's like, nah, I'm getting better offers. I gotta go. And then put that video. That video could mean add some more money if you can. Tweak it here, tweak it there. So it's not a done deal, he's gone. But it definitely don't look good. And I would agree that he looks to be on his way out, especially with what is being talked about now. And we all kind of knew this. I was okay. I wanted the compensatory pick from James Bradbury. I wanted the compensatory pick from Kaiser White, the compensatory pick from Miles Sanders, the compensatory pick from whoever we were going to get it from. The one guy I wanted to lock up because of his versatility, his age, everything, right? The offense is locked in and they're going to get big bucks, including Jalen Hurts. Well, have your whole defense cheap. Just keep one guy getting paid. CJ Gardner-Johnson. But anyways, as it stands right now, the Eagles have 4 picks in the top 100. This upcoming draft, I spoke about it multiple times on this channel, including 10 and 30, 2 first-rounders. Next year, you can pencil in 4 compensatory picks, totaling 12 draft picks, of which 9 of the 12 draft picks are between round 1 and 4. And I'm not saying you automatically get a player in the 3rd and 4th round that can come in and compete, but you can get some steals there. Where did we draft Devontae Maddox? Where did we draft Josh Sweat? You know what I'm saying? Milton Williams, Dallas Goedert, 2nd round, never mind. But you know what I mean. Isaac Seumalo is another guy we'll get a compensatory pick for. I was okay with letting them go. They can have that one compensatory pick back because I really believe that Howie Roseman was going to get it done. I got to believe that Howie Roseman went as far as he can with a number and a signing bonus and incentives. And CJ looked at it, looked at his agent, was like, listen, we got to test the market. We can get you more than that. And that's where it left off. I got to believe it because Howie Roseman, don't make somebody their top priority and then let it fall through with no last second. Here we go. Maybe he can come back with one more little bump in the contract, and because he loves Philly, he stays. I don't know. But again, he's a 1-year player. He fits in the city. I just think that, he if he gets offered $20 million, if he gets offered to be the number 1 safety, the number 1 paid safety in the NFL, he going to take it, and rightfully so. He deserves the contract. No ifs, and or buts about it. It all stems from paying your quarterback, which I believe we got to, and the 1-year deals we did have. But we're not all in. Again, all in is like now we got to reset for a couple years. No, the Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super Bowl with a rookie secondary. We'll still have Slay, possibly be able to sign Epps back. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. The reason I'm not freaking out is because I really do want to keep CJ Gardner-Johnson. I am a little upset with Howie Roseman, but I understand what he can do with 4 picks in the top 100 this season and 9 or 8 or 7 picks in the top 100 next season. You can get players on this team, especially if you stay in the SEC like you've been doing, that contribute, and then sprinkle in the 1 or 2 year veterans. There's some cornerbacks that when I looked up the top 10, the top 15 cornerbacks in the NFL in 2022, I'm not going to say no names because they're separate videos. But there's guys that were in there that are free agents that will still take a 1 or 2 year deal because they're older and they want to play with a team that at least has a high-powered offense like we do. Don't worry, we're going to put up 30 points a game. There's going to be a safety or a corner or a linebacker that will come to the Eagles. There's a decent amount of free agents. The Bills just lost a nice linebacker and a nice safety. Other teams are losing stuff too. We didn't have Gardner-Johnson this time last year. We stole him from the Saints because Howie Roseman checks everything. We didn't have A.J. Brown at the draft. So as much as we want to freak out that we're losing everybody on defense, which we pretty much are, the big name guys, we are getting BG back. Maybe this allows us to bring back a Marcus Epps, maybe a TJ. I doubt that too. But maybe it allows us to sign some key veterans and draft guys and use Nakobe Dean and use Jordan Davis and get a number 1 cornerback and get another defensive line early and plug and play them and say, listen, offense, y'all getting paid a top dollar. You go score 33 a game, our defense is going to just hold them to 29 and you win games that way. Like the Chiefs have done this last season, and then you just do things to change it. But I think these last 2 years, we're going to get as much defensive young talent as possible because we all knew that the old heads were on defense, not even just the 1 year deals. BG, who's coming back, Fletch, who's probably going to be let go. But we had the older guy, Slay, here for only 1 or 2 more years. Like we knew the defensive side was going to get an overhaul. Didn't think it was going to be all this. But I understand it. It's part of the game. You know, Chiefs went cheap on defense, except for a couple spots. And we do got a couple dogs, so don't act like we don't got Reddick and Sweat. And if BG comes back and Davis playing, Nakobe Dean, Slay, I do like what, Reed Blankenship can come in and do. We got some key players, and there's going to be some free agents out there, but just a sad day. You knew Howie Roseman had a tall task, a big hill to climb. I just thought we would lose Bradbury, Hargrave, Sam Malu, Miles Sanders, maybe even TJ Edwards, but I honestly thought we were going to get CJ Gardner-Johnson. It was a gut punch at 6:36 in the morning. I was about to drop a YouTube short telling you why Howie was going to bring him back. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. 13 minutes and 30 seconds in. Hit that muscle emoji if you got nothing to say. No comment. Drop the muscle emoji. Do your boy even a bigger favor than the muscle emoji. The muscle emoji is cool. But to hit the like button is better. Subscribe is great. But turning the notification bell on is the best. It lets you rock with Philly Mike all through the offseason. Mock drafts, live streams, podcast episodes with Goat Talk, Battle Birds, and a new one coming, plus the regular videos. We going to talk about a couple other things, but Howie Roseman is going to get this defense younger. While getting the defense younger, we save some money. I'm not saying we're not going to get no big veterans this year or next year, but if you have so much youth in there, but Mike, they can't all start. I understand that. But sometimes you got veterans starting and veterans getting paid to be your depth piece. You can have veterans starting, some depth piece behind them, some young pieces starting, and it all works itself out. And then as things matriculate with Jalen's contract, we do this, that, and the third. Howie Roseman is always going to be aggressive. And it is only March. It is only March. Free agency hasn't even officially started. We haven't officially lost any of these guys. We haven't been able to go see who's available to come to the Eagles. Be upset we lost CJ, but we can't be out here fire Howie Roseman right away. Give Howie Roseman time to see how things matriculate in this offseason. Give him time. Give him time. Little upset, but give him time. Come August, then we can talk about what he did. Because we'll know free agents, we'll know drafts, and we'll know who's even left for us to possibly snag in a trade like CJ or sign late at the buzzer like Bradbury and Steven Nelson the last 2 years. The last 2 years, we went into the season not complete. I'm not saying Steven Nelson was a good signing. I'm saying Bradbury was. But they both got paid after playing with us. They were both late August pickups. Late August pickups that got paid after playing with the Eagles. Other free agents see it. Other free agents know it. Other free agents will be here. I'm going to say this one time, and hopefully, Howie, you don't let me down. And Howie Roseman, I still trust. Bye, CJ. We out.